This is science. Researchers prove that confidence, intention, truth, and emotion are interpreted through the tone of your voice, not your words. And there was a moment in my life when this became crystal clear. I was teaching a group of people, explaining a principle I deeply believed in. But that day, I was tired. My voice was low, monotone, and lifeless. When I finished, I felt nothing had reached their hearts. A kind lady said to me, "Bob, I felt like you weren't really present with us today." That was a wake-up call. It wasn't my content that failed, it was my vocal presence. From that day forward, I decided to study the voice as if I was studying a musical instrument. And the more I studied, the more I understood. Your voice is the bridge between what you think and what others feel. Now imagine this. You say, "I believe in you." If you say it too fast, no pause, no breath, no wait, it sounds automatic. But if you take a breath, slow your rhythm, emphasize the right word, that same phrase becomes emotional impact. Most people never practice this because they think speaking is natural. Yes, speaking is natural, but communication is not. Communication can be trained. It's conscious. It's intentional. People who master tonality seem to have the power to enter the minds and hearts of others without asking permission. And here's something crucial: rhythm. The more anxious you are, the faster you speak. And the faster you speak, the less impact you create. It's a cycle that destroys connection. Have you noticed that someone who speaks too fast makes you lose interest? The brain can't keep up with emotion. Now think of the opposite. Someone who uses rhythm with purpose. They speed up when they want excitement. They slow down when they want power. Furthermore, they shift tone when they want your attention. You simply can't stop listening. It's hypnotic. Tonality is the invisible touch that guides emotion. Raise your tone slightly, you awaken energy. Lower it, you create intimacy. Speak softly, you share importance. Hold it steady, you project authority. And here's the fascinating part. The human brain reacts differently to each variation. Scientists have shown that sudden tonal changes activate areas of the brain linked to alertness, meaning the listener automatically pays more attention. Now think about this. How would your life change if you controlled your voice with this awareness? How would your conversations at work sound? How would your presence feel in a room? How would your children listen to you? What would your influence be when you needed to inspire someone? I say it without fear. Mastering tonality is one of the fastest ways to increase your power of influence. And there's something even deeper: breathing. Your voice depends on air. If you breathe shallowly, your voice is weak. If you hold your breath, your voice trembles. If you speak without breathing, you lose clarity. But when you inhale deeply, hold it, and exhale calmly, your voice gains richness, stability, and confidence. When I discovered this, I began practicing something simple: speaking entire sentences with one calm, steady breath. It transformed my communication completely. When your breath is controlled, your inner energy changes, and that energy affects everyone who listens. And maybe you're thinking, "I've never practiced this. I don't know where to start." Let me show you something simple that can transform your communication in days. Choose any short paragraph. Read it first in a monotone voice. Then read it again, emphasizing 3 words. Feel their impact. Now repeat it once more, this time slow down at the end of the sentence. Finally, pause briefly after the most important word. That's it. This simple exercise already creates a noticeable change. And realize this: voice training is not embarrassing. What's embarrassing is saying something essential and not being understood. What's embarrassing is losing opportunities because your message lacked power. Voice training is an act of self-respect. It's an investment in how the world hears you. And you deserve to be heard. Your ideas deserve the impact they were born to have. One last thought. When you master your voice, you master the emotional atmosphere of any conversation. You can calm someone simply by lowering your tone. You can energize someone simply by raising your energy. Furthermore, you can persuade, inspire, comfort, and guide. It's an extraordinary tool, and it's already within you. You just need to learn to use it with intention. Every time you practice, your voice stops being just sound. It becomes an instrument of influence, confidence, and transformation. There's something deeply human about how we connect through stories. Few people truly understand the magnitude of that power. Most try to convince using facts, lists, arguments, but the human brain wasn't designed to fall in love with data. It was designed to live, to feel, and to imagine. And that's precisely what a well-told story does. It turns information into experience. When you tell a story, you don't just explain, you transport the listener into a scene. They stop hearing you and start living through you. And that, my friend, is the true power of voice. The story continues. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay strong.